Disclaimer, this channel assumes you talk to your DM and that you follow basic tabletop etiquette. If you want to know more about that, link in the description. Anyways, enjoy the video. 2025 Artificer is finally here. I'm really excited for this one because they were really fun in the playtest, and it looks like a lot of it lived on. Here is one of the biggest highlights right out of the gates. At level 11, you get spell storing item. You can have 10 charges of fireball, for example, in your spell storing item. It now goes up to 3rd level spells. Before, in 2014, you could only put a 2nd level spell in the item, which was usually 10 charges of web, which isn't as fun. Web is still a really powerful choice, don't get me wrong, but 3rd level spells are a lot more fun. Especially 10 charges of fireball you could just spam out. But anyways, that's not really what I want to talk about today. There's something else a lot of people are gonna sleep on. So I'm gonna shake you guys awake immediately. I freaked out about it in the playtest. And still, I feel like people are sleeping on it. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where I shake you awake! Look! Kobold and Gator dice! They're going away very soon. You have 5 days! Ah! Kobold, stop freaking out! You're scaring me! But Gator, now's the time to panic! We still haven't unlocked the inspiration coins! Oh no! The shinies! We gotta reach the shinies! Yes! Please, we want to reach the shinies! Not only will we get the shiny, but you'll also get the shiny and the dice. That's a very optimal deal. Power gaming, in fact. Kobold marketing strategies are very powerful. We are the business lords. Check out the Kobold and Gator dice. They're really cool and they roll around. Link in the description. Time's running out. Do a speedrun purchase. Back to the video. This is an optimization channel. We're gonna talk about the new meta that came out. But first, I want to go over the old optimization meta. Artificers are viewed as controllers back in the day, and they were the weakest halfcaster in the game. That doesn't mean they're bad or anything. They were just okay. They're better than any martial. The highlights with them are that they got Pipes of Haunting and Spell Tattoos, which is a lot of resources. Flash of Genius is similar to a Paladin's Aura, but has a reaction use. And finally, their spell storing item leads to an increased output potential. I already went over that. A well-optimized Artificer can be really good at control with Pipes of Haunting and Web. And there's so much of it. The thing that makes Artificer bad is their spell list and their spell progression. They are very reliant on their subclasses, especially the extra spells those subclasses provide. Getting shield and a powerful 3rd level spell like Fireball is like, oh! Artificer's base 3rd level list is terrible. Now with this new release, the meta has changed, where their power has been ramped up, the replicate magic item selection is different, which will be another video, and most importantly, for specifically optimization, their role in downtime makes them one of the most important party members in the game, especially for tier 3 and 4 play. That's what I want to talk about today. The more money and downtime you give this Artificer, the more powerful the entire party becomes because of the DMG crafting rules. They produce so many resources that are not tied to class features, and the resources are real magic items and consumables. They're not replicated items. They're now the most powerful halfcaster in the game. They went from worst to best in optimization. The subclasses provide features called Tools of the Trade. Every single one of them has the same title, which I think is awful. But anyways, these features have a special benefit that make crafting take half the time. Here at Artillerist, for example, which is the strongest Artificer subclass in the game, it says when you craft a magic wand, the amount of time required to craft it is halved. That time through the crafting rules can be halved again if you have a friend with Arcana proficiency and Woodcarver's tools. So a Wand of Magic Missile, which doesn't require attunement or a spellcasting feature, takes 2.5 days to create with 200 gold. That's with a friend. That's a total of 20 hours to create. Now be warned, some DMs rule the 8-hour crafting differently. Like if you craft 4 hours in, then those hours don't count as progression. You have to craft 8 hours in one sitting. trading. To me personally, that doesn't make any sense. And some people rule that you can only craft 8 hours a day. You have to talk to your DM about how they rule it. But in whatever case, it doesn't really change the optimization much. If you have a full day of downtime, then you'll get those 8 hours. It's okay. Another thing which I almost forgot is, with the Wand of Magic Missile, you have to have the Magic Missile spell prepared in order to craft the wand. That's pretty easy though, through the Magic Initiate feature for example. Or maybe a Wizard Dip. But Kobold, what if none of my friends have the tool proficiency and Arcana? You can maybe find a hireling in town. There's bound to be someone with these proficiencies like a local wizard. Why is crafting these such a big deal? These wands are like submachine guns anyone can use, even like a fine familiar or a stupid barbarian. So you should try to print them. They're always going to be useful even at endgame. If everyone in the party has one, then they can easily gun down a whole dragon. Everybody just pulls out their wands and brrrr. Asking the party for a little bit of downtime once in a while will sum up to a lot of crafted items that aren't through the replicate magic item feature. Let's look at a bad subclass, the Alchemist. This makes me sad, I love the concept. But anyways, there's one huge highlight I want to point out, and that's again the crafting. Crafting potions. Kobold, I'm going into battle. I need your strongest potions. You can't handle my potions, Gator. They're too strong for you. You need a weaker potion, like a healing potion. I'm serious, they're like way better. Alchemist crafting potions is halved. We can half it again with a friend with the same proficiencies. Also, the time is halved again because it's a consumable item, which means it's going to take a little bit over a day to craft an uncommon potion. So 10 hours with the cost of 100 gold. The gold is halved too. You can easily create a potion of resistance with a day of downtime. That will last an hour. If you know you're going to fight a red dragon, then crafting these is a good idea. If there's a monk in the party, a potion of pugilism is a DPR increase for them. Might be a good idea. That lasts 10 minutes and can stack with a bunch of things. That will make a redditor happy. They'll stack like Hunter's Mark or something. Potion of growth for 10 minutes, that's another thing. Heal giant strength for an hour. Oil of slipperiness is 8 hours of freedom of movement. And here's the best part. It's even faster and cheaper to create common potions like a regular healing potion, which only takes 5 hours to make, with the cost of 25 gold. Crafting these is incredibly easy, even if you're traveling on a cart or a ship. Or you're just waiting around and nothing is happening. You name it. And if you're consistent with the crafting, then the number of healing potions you make stack up. Eventually, you'll get so many that you don't even know what to do with them. I think you guys get the point. These tools of trade features, specifically in optimization, are some of the most powerful features in the entire game. And they deliver exactly what an Artificer is supposed to do. They're supposed to craft magic items. That's why you're playing them. Now, I'm not saying, oh, if you're not crafting, then you're playing Artificer wrong. You can do whatever you want, of course. But I think it's a missed opportunity. Like, if you pick Alchemist and you're not crafting potions, like, what are you doing? That's the whole reason why you pick Alchemist. They're an Alchemist, come on. I don't think this is a hot take or anything. But anyways, crafting these items is massive for your party. In some campaigns, like Tomb of Annihilation, that won't work. But most games don't have huge amount of time pressure. With 600 gold and a little bit over a week of downtime, the Artillerist can create 3 wands of magic missiles that are not replicated items. They have 7 charges each, which is basically like 7 spell slots with specifically magic missiles. That's a lot of ammo. Please don't sleep on this meta if you care about party optimization, and of course your class and subclass concepts. And there's lots of ways to take these steps further. If you're in town and don't care about exhaustion, then crafting throughout the entire night is a good idea. But that's if your DM allows that. Some DMs say you can only craft 8 hours a day. Another thing that's noteworthy with Artificers is they don't just get 1 tool proficiency like most other classes. They get 4 at level 1, which includes their background. And they get an extra later tied to their subclass. So you'll have like 5 in total. In some cases, you'll have 6. You are very flexible with crafting magic items for your party. Not everything needs to be wands or potions or whatever specialty you have. You can go for Tinker's tools and create wondrous items. Wondrous magic items are the strongest in the entire game. If you want a huge list of magic items, check out this video.
But remember guys, you have to have Arcana proficiency in order to craft any magic item.
Yes, even with the tool proficiency, you still need Arcana proficiency. And lastly, the raw materials, of course. Every single DM runs this very differently. You're gonna have to talk to them. I imagine in good faith, your DM is gonna let you craft things. I mean, you're an artificer, come on. Crafting is the entire point of the class. By the way, this new artificer is perfect. This book is so good. I'm gonna be covering it a lot. Expect a lot of artificer videos from me. End the video. Remember to check out the Kobold and Gator dice on Kickstarter. Time's running out really fast. You only have 5 days, so you better run over there if you want some cool dice. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Bye bye.